Thank you, Juanito. Girls basketball practice as well, right? Yeah, the girls basketball practice will begin on 27th, Monday at 4 p.m. Please, if you have not done complete your athletic packet, get it rolling, get involved, guys. Get involved. There's a lot of stuff that we have for you guys. Today during 8th period, we have tutoring going on, and we have weight room with Mr. Qualls. And today's Thursday. So yeah, music was yesterday. Any birthdays today? No birthdays today. Have a wonderful day, guys. Hey, activate the growth mindset. Be a problem out there, problem solver out there. Have a wonderful day. Like we always say around here. Go Mustangs! Bye-bye.
All right. Good morning, everyone. A couple reminders. Your Hamilton script is due tomorrow. How are we doing on that?
Should we be honest?
Yeah, you should. Do you have anything?
I
to
think-
remember?
I feel like because we got a lot going on in English right now, a lot of pressing matters in the other classes. I personally have not started on
Okay.
the script.
Okay. Gotcha. How are we doing?
I think we're doing good.
How much do you have?
Like,
More than nothing?
yeah, more than
nothing.
nothing. I can't like,
I can't really
I can't tell you off the top of my head how much I have. I just know we have done.
How are we doing?
We have like a couple of centimeters.
A couple
Maybe
centimeters.
we
I
might
don't
as well.
think it. Okay, tomorrow.
Blessed be thy soul.
Tomorrow, bless you. You need to have at least a page. That's what I'm looking for. But they can be bullet points, right? It's a script. I'm not looking for a full page of, right, separated bullet points. And then we'll go from there.
Wait, does it like need to rhyme?
That's up to you. I don't think it has to rhyme. No.
Oh.
Not every song rhymes. It's your own interpretation of the song. Okay, so you can warm up today. You have a multiple choice question based on the Articles of Confederation that we talked about yesterday. And Shays' Rebellion, which was that rebellion by farmers in Massachusetts against the horrible taxes that were being passed. So I want you to do that, and then you also have a new paper on your desk. It says APUSH vocabulary on the top. Something that I have noticed going throughout this year is that in a lot of the multiple choice questions, or even like in the essay prompts and things, there's a lot of words that are hard to understand, right? Big words, we don't know what they mean. So we're gonna add this, and hopefully every time we see a word we don't understand as a class, we're gonna add it to this vocab sheet. So this is just gonna go in your notebook, it's gonna live in there, and we'll just, add to it throughout the whole year. So your goal for your warm-up is number one, you're gonna answer the multiple choice question. And then number two, I want you to pick at least one word from that multiple choice question, from the prompt, to define in your new vocab sheet. Got it? Okay, 5 minutes, go ahead, get started.
Sorry, my pen's not penciling.
Is it hot in here or is it?
I mean, it might be because I have a long sleeve and a sweater on. It's actually a little chilly. Wouldn't you say, Blake? Yeah. So we're just moving it over here. Do you think you could print out another one of those pages that I shared with you?
The lyric page?
Yeah, because this guy, I don't know how he lost it.
You lost it?
Yeah.
I'll get it out.
I don't know, it's just one paper.
Okay.
Honestly, you should print one out. There's a lot of people read that. I don't know, so what do you think? We should take that too. So we can put it on there. Basically. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, these flies are gonna be the devil.
You should try to survive a whole period in, what do you call this, cave room.
So,
Yeah.
Oh, Miss K. Oh. Oh, okay. That was slow. That was too big. Thank you.
Don't lose one because you did yours. Alright, so I got two more.
What we're gonna do, I think, is sit this one. Yeah, I think it's better meet today.
That's why I'm reminded.
Where is it at?
So instead of Bad Brothers, I want to put like time to history. How would I replace Bad Brothers with time to history? Because I want to replace it with Bloody Massacre with like these people. I don't know if they're supposed to Bloody Massacre, Midnight Ride, and then the other.
I feel like you can just get rid of it.
Bad time.
Why is this so specific?
Like it's like bad.
Not bad. They're not all bad. Three times.
Like it was the Bad Brothers. Bad times. Oh, sorry, yeah, so. What does it matter how many you put?
It is not. You can start with one for now. Two more minutes to finish this up.
I'm debating between two answers.
Needs help. In this sense. Helped and they have been arrested for regrets. And basically saying they should be released. Helped and released. And how are they arguing? Why should they be released?
Okay, Mr. C.
You do, but. Is it Peter? I think it's Peter.
Because right here, it starts off the sentences. Well, no, because they are in a way to think.
Is it B or money? Because they have money already about.
It's one of those, but it keeps repeating the shit just like to be like a.
They believe they should be let go because they were helping them pay for all the stuff during the war because that's what they were tired of them. One of those thoughts is deep.
Alright, looks like most of us are done or almost done with the multiple choice question. So the question was, which of the following claims did the residents of Greenwich use to most support their argument that they should be relieved by the Massachusetts legislature from the situation described in the petition. And again, it's talking about Shays Rebellion. The correct answer is D.
What the?
They had helped the government during the Revolutionary War, right? I understand that a lot of you put B or maybe A because it was talking about their war debts a lot in that text. But they're basically arguing that they should be released, that they should be freed from their debts because they had fought in the war, right? Saying, we fought and bled and died for this country, you gotta let us go. Okay, and then let's see. Bless you. Gary, what word did you pick to define?
Compute.
Compute, good, and what does that mean?
I picked the
To
same
add
exact
up.
word. I actually picked the same exact
Good
word.
choice. It means to add up, like computer. Add up all the taxes is what they're talking about. Good. Brandon, what word did you pick?
Legislators.
Good, and what does that mean?
It means like Congress or the lawmaking branch.
Perfect. Okay, so go ahead and keep your vocab sheet out for now. You can put your warm-up in your notebook. And we're gonna talk about the Washington presidency today. So you need this, you can put your warm-up in.
What does this word mean again?
It means like the law-making body of the country. So law-making, like organization like Congress is the legislative branch because they're the ones that make the laws.
I was telling you that three.
We are. I'm finishing it up tomorrow.
Oh yeah, can I not
For defense purposes.
Okay, we go.
It looks like the fly's got the better of this one. Can I have defense purposes?
Did she give you?
She gave us the defenses.
You may share the flies.
The fly's got the better of this whacker. The flies are winning.
Yeah,
Wow.
they last
Those
about
flies are
like 2 weeks before they start to break.
It's like a stack that's hard enough right here.
So Ms. S.
Yeah.
Are we taking notes?
We're not taking notes today. Leave your vocab sheet out for now, then we're gonna do some stations. Okay, so our essential question we are trying to answer today is how effective was Washington as president? So we're gonna look at what he did as president, and you're gonna be giving him a grade, a report card. A, B, C, D, or F, according to the things he did while he was president. First, the fly went ahead and changed the slide for me, so we're gonna go ahead and watch a video just about how Washington became president and what was expected of him as he got started. So for now, all you gotta do, watch the video, ready to share your takeaway. If you are working on your script right now, you don't need to be doing that, you can do that later.
Ooh, it's like a spider fell.
Can never mind.
Ready the defenses. I saw
For human. We have chosen to see George Washington through the lens of a mythic person. And we've done that because he was our first president. But for historians who know his life, we know that he was a man like anybody else. A man with doubt, a man who was uncertain that this nation would ever really form and work, a man who did not know if he was really ready to be president of the United States.
When he, I don't know if I can do this.
They're gonna be
I
back.
don't know if I can do this.
This was a tiny country and a fledgling country, and nobody knew that this was gonna work.
He, more than any other single person, had created the United States. And so he had a big investment in seeing that the United States would succeed.
Do you need it?
Washington understood that if he failed, the country would fail. It was that simple.
But exactly what this presidency consisted of was quite unclear at the time Washington took his oath of office.
If you read Article 2 of the Constitution on the powers of the presidency, you would not be able to tell what in heaven's name the president can and cannot do.
Nobody knew how to define the presidency. What did it mean? Did you want to be called Your Excellency, Your Eminence? Would you like to effect a royal mien?
There was no such thing as a president. If a king entered a room, people knew that they should stand. What do you do?
Seems like he probably has some degree of power on foreign policy, but over domestic policy is not clear at all.
Washington was part of an important balancing act. Should the legislature be dominant? What would be the role of the judiciary? What would be the role of the states?
I think a dramatic example of the fact that this was a new government and there was no precedent is Washington's copy of the Constitution.
He's given this book, and it's a beautifully bound book, and it also has in it a copy of the Constitution in the beginning of it. And when George Washington is preparing for the first State of the Union address, it's January 1790, and he sits down and he rereads the Constitution in that book, and he marks it up in the margins.
Basically, what he does is he reads through, and every time the presidency is involved, he writes in the margin, President.
So Article 1, which is all about the legislative branch and the powers of Congress, where they're mixed with the executive branch, the veto power, this treaty-making power. George Washington makes these little brackets in his fine surveyor's hand and writes, President. This is his job.
What is he responsible for? He doesn't know, and he's marking it down on a piece of paper. You can see him wrestling with the job on paper, in a sense.
He's using this pencil just like we would use a highlighter. Article 2, all about the executive branch. It starts out, the executive power shall be vested in the President of the United States. He writes right next to that, President. Now this is good. This article is all about him.
Constitution wasn't a detailed blueprint, and it was going to take shape as Congress developed its powers, as the executive, the president, developed his powers.
Been president.
We are going to leave it there, bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, so go ahead and take out your vocab sheet, so you already have it out, perfect, and go ahead and write down president.
Huh? President?
President. Sounds like president. So everything that Washington does, because he is the first president, is brand new, right? He has to look at the Constitution and figure out what the heck the daily life of a president is going to look like. So everything that he does becomes a blueprint for future presidents to follow. Another word for that is precedent. An earlier event, an action that's regarded as an example or guide. So Washington basically becomes, again, the blueprint for other presidents to follow. He sets precedents. President, president. It's the slides, I'm so sorry. Their little feet change the slides.
He's not replaced.
It was my fault, I left the door open yesterday. Earlier event or action that's regarded as an example or guide.
It's too warm, that's why.
We should just like air this room out, like make it freeze, just give me freezing.
But then the flies from the outside cold air come into the warm air. And then
Yeah,
it's
it's still a
worse.
little warmer than the air outside it would be.
Okay, so what we're going to do for the rest of the period, like we said, we're gonna be giving Washington a grade. So on the whiteboards, we have 3 stations on Washington's presidency, and there are 3 sections we're gonna be looking at. So number 1, how he organized the government. So how did he actually figure out, again, what to do on a day-to-day basis? Second is domestic policy. So how did he actually figure out how to run a country? How did he create treaties? How did he interact with Native Americans? And the last one is the Whiskey Rebellion, and then his farewell address, which is his last speech as president. So there are 2 sides to the paper I just passed out to you. There's the one that says 1, 2, 3, 4, and the precedent set. That's what we're gonna be working on right now. And then the report card is gonna be your exit ticket. So for now, we're just focusing on the side with the precedents. So with your group, you're going to go pick a whiteboard, pick a station. You're gonna have about 4 minutes per station. And your goal just for now is to take down some bullet points, some notes on each station. What did he actually do? How did he actually run the presidency? And then for each station again, you're gonna figure out what precedent he set. So what is that like rule, what is that blueprint that he set, that he created, that other presidents were to follow after him? Any questions on that? Okay, with your groups, go ahead, pick your whiteboard. 1, 2, 3. That one is from yesterday. You're not picking that whiteboard.
And I was like,
Pick
some
that
of
one,
these
you'll be
drawings are
very
good.
confused, yeah.
Some of these drawings are good.
They are.
Like,
Okay,
the
your
Spanish
time
Artagos,
starts
¿cómo te ves?
now.
Hashtag Mónica, hashtag
Get down your
fire.
bullet points.
Hashtag Spanish Artagos.
4 minutes.
Treaty?
Better should start a whole war.
Wrong whiteboard.
Sorry, I love Uncle Sam.
So we just say bullet points, right?
Just bullet points, yeah. Bullet point notes.
I like my favorite.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to get where you're gonna fly to.
I blew up a Spanish battleship and it worked.
Are we writing it here?
On the left, the bullet point notes, and then you figure out what the precedent is after that.
Oh, okay. This one's never really that good. That's right. Oh, the electric disorder.
Blocking the whole thing.
Oh. Are we not writing this?
What exactly is the Another precedent in this section is the cabinet. So the cabinet is basically just like a group of advisors headed by the president. So today it's right, Secretary of the Treasury, Secretary of State, Secretary of War, things like that. That's not in the Constitution. So thought it up and you create. And not every president has had that since. right. Time is up. Go ahead and get your last thoughts down. Make sure you get that precedent. So a standard that Washington set that future presidents can follow on the right hand side.
Should we be on the other side, like on the 100